time to talk about something that we all love. It's Food Chat with HD. Hungry? Well, you may just be after this, because it's time for Food Chat with HD.
History's been leaning on me lately. I can feel the future breathing down my neck. And all the things I thought were true when I was young and you were too turned out to be broken. And I don't know what comes next in a world that has decided that it's going to lose its mind. Be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind. They've started raising walls around the world now, like heckles raised upon a cornered cat. On the borders in our heads, between things that can and can't be said, we stop talking to each other, and there's something wrong with that. So before you go out searching, don't decide what you will find. Be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind. You should know you're not alone. When trouble comes and trouble goes, and how this ends, no one knows. So hold on tight when the wind blows. Wind blew both of us to sand and sea, and where the dry land stands is hard to say. As the current drags us by the shore, we can no longer say for sure who's drowning or if they can be saved. When you're out there floundering, like a lighthouse I will shine. Be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind. Like a beacon reaching out to you and yours for me and mine. Be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind. In a world that has decided that it's going to lose its mind, be more kind, my friends, try to be more kind.
All right. Thank you, Frank. Playing a Frank number. There's no story behind that. Just be more kind. We ended the show Sunday on a note, and I just wanted to start off this show on a note. Be more kind. All right. It's Food Chat with HD. It's time for that time of the night that we thank you, Chantel. Thank you. Hey, I told Gene, I said I'm gonna play a video before we start. It's our show. We do whatever we want. It might not have to do with food, but it's needed to be said right now. Just be more kind. All right, let's talk about food and where we ate this week, where me and Mrs. D ate this week, and a lot of other stuff. I got bring up something hit my Facebook feed, and I'm not in my regular spot over here. I'm in and I'm sorry that song. Whenever I hear it, brings a little moisture to my eyes. I'm in my other room today because Mrs. D still wasn't back whenever I was starting the show, and this is gonna be my little office space I made in our house for my whenever I do my podcast from now on. I didn't fix it up yet, but it's an extra room in our house. But thank you, Nate, for joining us. Thank you. Yeah, you're right, Charlie. Yeah, that's all. So we're going to talk about that. I have something come across my news feed that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to talk about eating while traveling. But let's start off with where we ate at this week. Or over the last week that we put out, since we did our reviews, the reviews I put up this week. The first place we went eat was at Westbank Grill on the West Bank over there. Some people always say in my videos, some people say it's the best bank. Not that I agree with them sometimes, but hey, some people say that. So I never ran into anybody who actually said that, but I've always heard it. But where we went eat at West Bank Grill, and of course it looks like, and this is a pretty much theme on both the places we went eat this week, because they're both old buildings, and this is obviously an old Pizza Hut that we went to eat at over here. I mean, when I walked in, it reminded me so much of it just reminded me so much of a Pizza Hut, because it was an old Pizza Hut. It's still the same layout as a Pizza Hut. I could just imagine where the little buffet they used to have was. But this is the West Bank Grill, and my daughter Tika and our son-in-law Carrie joined us over there, and we went a couple of Sundays ago, right before we went to Lexington. And I'm gonna tell y'all, if you saw the review, I think we all gave it A's. We all gave it an A for the place. The menu was amazing. I'm gonna tell you, that menu, the prices were just blew me away. I think I had a soft shell crab, and it was $14.99 for a soft shell crab with a side. That is unbelievable in this day and age right now, that they would have a soft shell. And let me tell you, you're going to say, well, yeah, but they were probably small soft shell crabs. No, these soft shell crabs were humongous. And that was my soft shell. I could have, if I would have been, I ate half, and I ate the other half just the soft shell crab. I didn't eat the bread. That's how much it was amazing. And well, and it just blew me away. The soft shell crab for $14.99, you could not beat it. All right, West Bank Grill over there in the West Bank, and in West Weagle, it just blew us away. Let me just show up and show you what Mrs. D. Well, we started off with fried pickles, because I knew my son-in-law liked fried pickles, so I ordered fried pickles. Like Tony Soprano, I took the liberty of ordering for the table. I ordered fried pickles for the table over here. I walked out the place, unlike Tony Soprano, but I did order fried pickles for the Ever since Sunday, Gene, I've been talking to you about The Sopranos too much. All right, but I did take the liberty of ordering for the table, the fried pickles, um, and Mrs. D got the fried shrimp, which I tried, which were fantastic. Fried shrimp, and again, you get the French fries. I think this was like $12.99, and you get 25 fried shrimp in there. They said, I don't know, I didn't count, make sure they gave us the right amount, but everything was spot on. Now my son-in-law and my daughter goes for a little bit more traditional fare. They don't like the seafood too much, and my daughter went for the chicken strips, which was fantastic. She said baked potato. And my son-in-law went for the hamburger, which they say they have a big sign on the outside. It's a charcoal burgers, and he said it tasted like it was cooked out. It was good. The onion rings were good. So again, we gave it all A's over here on the in for Westbank Grill. And let me tell you, the server Ori, who I friended on Facebook and tagged in the post, if you want to go see. Uh, when I posted it, and Westbank Grill reposted it, of course. But Ori, the server, was magical. That was, talk about be more kind. There could be a kinder and more nicer person serving us than Ori. Shout out to Ori if Ori would be watching this later on or something. But fantastic server, fantastic. One of the best I ever ran into for in a good while. Told you everything about that food. She even told me where they got the soft shell crabs. There's a guy this every day comes, and whatever the story was, whatever she told us, um, she knew her stuff, and she was fantastic. So shout out to Ori. Hello, Ori. All right, the second place we went eat yesterday. There's a well, what is today? No, Sunday. I'm sorry. I'm losing track of my days with this cold weather. I don't know whether it's Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday anymore. I don't know. I woke up from my nap today and I said, "Oh, today's Tuesday. I got to go get ready." So I had a dream about eating, of course. I had a dream that I was in some place and it was like a food tasting, and you got to try all this kind of food, and they had lines for food. It was like a convention. I don't know what it was, a food convention. I was just in line trying all these exotic great dishes. Oh my goodness. I woke up hungry. So where we Sunday we went eat at a place, and look, this is a theme that I couldn't me too there. Gene, me too. What can I do? It was a big old plate, and I was in the Japanese section. They had sushi and prawns and all kind of stuff, and it was amazing. And I woke up to nothing. The Usually I wake up from my nap, Mrs. D's cooking, but she was shopping today. She just got back. I heard the door. So we went eat Sunday, and we went eat Sunday with some special people that I met online. I probably would have never met them online if it would be for my food reviews. And we went eat with? We went eat with Paul Duck Tucker and his wife Jessie. Paul Duck Tucker discovered me through food reviews, and then he started going in our after show chat on Sundays, coming in and popping in and talking and saying something. We found out his name was Paul Duck Tucker. Every time he would come in, we'd go quack quack. We had a sound effect. Gene, if you can hit that sound effect for the Paul Duck Tucker, if you don't mind. And Paul Duck Tucker, and I went to see him in concert. There you go. Thank you. Quack, 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 quack. I went to see Paul Duck Tucker. He plays in a punk ska band, and I went to see him one night in December, and I met his wife, awesome wife Jessie, and we talked, and we said, why don't we all go eat out together, and we could do a little review if y'all like. If y'all don't, we don't have to even bring the camera. Just let's go eat out, and we met up, and we went eat in Metairie. A place I let them. I said y'all choice. You tell me where y'all want to go eat at, and they picked this place, and the name of the place was Taco Daddy. Taco Daddy, and it is an old Taco Bell. So look at that. I went eat at an old Pizza Hut, and I went eat at a old Taco Bell. Wow, like T Boss likes to say, wow. It's a little inside joke. You'll see Sunday. All right. So that's Taco. There you go. You see, Taco Daddy's in Metairie, right off the Airline Highway. It's that one of those little strip shopping centers in that area. Now, I passed. People's been telling me to go eat here, and this was an opportunity for us to go eat here. Because I'll be honest with you, if it would have been for Paul Duck Tucker and Jesse, we probably would have went eat here. So, yeah, I remember that too, Nate. I remember that too. You don't see too many old Taco Bells looking like that anymore, so you know it's an older building. But I'll tell you what, it was nice inside. It was clean. There was nothing wrong with it. Again, the server, Maddie, was very nice in there too. You know, these servers are nice whenever I I call them out. Gotta get their names. I make it a point to try to get their names. So Jesse got the quesadillas, I think, but it was a Mexican style quesadilla. She called it. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what they were calling it. But Jesse thought it was great. Jesse gave it a five stars. She said 5 stars. She said, which breaks down to an A. Mrs. D got the Mexican. Now talk about Taco Bell. They had Mexican pizza, just like oh. Now look how many jalapenos. You said you want jalapenos. I think they put half a jar of jalapenos on there. Good chance Mrs. D loves jalapenos. My goodness gracious! When they say add, if you want jalapenos, they don't go. They're not stingy with the jalapenos over there. That's right, Gene. You can say whatever you like. I never. It's your preference on when you're with HD. You can say 5 stars, 5 crabs, 5 jalapenos, whatever you want to give it. All right, that we're all good. I'm not picky. As long as you eat with me and then enjoy our company. I don't care what grade you give it or what rating system you use. So that's Mrs. D's Mexican pizza. She said it was excellent. I did not try the Mexican pizza because I was full from what I had got. Now, gang, I'm getting into dangerous territory over here. I'm going to try to pronounce what me and Paul Duck Tucker had. We had fun Sunday trying to pronounce this. We both, I guess me and Paul Duck Tucker's about in the same boat, not being able to pronounce stuff. But what Paul Duck Tucker got was, and I'm sure a lot of y'all know this dish, but it was a big bowl, and I have it lined up over here. How to pronounce it? Hold up. Mocha Heyday. There you go. Mocha Heyday. And in case a little behind the curtain, I am cheating when I say that Mocha Heyday because I have this on my other screen right here. Here we go.
Mocha Heyday.
There we go. Thank you so much. See, I'm cheating. I have that on the other screen. You would never even know. I have a little guidance behind the scenes over there. I got a producer helping me out tonight, Gene, as always. Gene's always out there. Shout out to Gene. And I got a little Google, another Chrome window, a tab open right there to help me with that. But that was Paul Duck Tucker's dish right, and this thing was amazing. You should have seen. I think Mrs. D just about a good part of them. Okay, I think Mrs. D put out a lot of those jalapenos. I don't remember seeing too many left. I think she took one with every bite. Hey gang, this place had free chips and salsa. Free chips and salsa. Now you can hit it again. There, G. So that was Paul Duck Tucker's Mocha Heyday. And I tell you what, it was like $20 for Paul's, and they had a ton of food in here. He took this rest home Oh my, it was bubbling. It was delicious. I mean, I didn't try it, but he told me it was delicious. I can imagine because my dish was delicious also. Um, and my dish really, I didn't want to go for the traditional fajitas. So what I went for, and again, I'm going to use my little screen in the uh, uh, back of me right here. hate to keep on using this, but I gotta. There we go. Wait, they're telling me right now. Hold on. Oh lordy, that was hard. Pariata. Yes, they're called pariata. If you know Mexican food better than me, you know how to speak Spanish better than me, more power to you. I can't even speak English. Pariata, but it was all different types of meat on there. There was chorizo sausage in there, shrimp, beef, chicken, on some fajita vegetables. That thing was sizzling. That thing smelled awesome, and that thing was awesome. Um, no. It was early in the afternoon. We did it. We did it partake. Now they did have specials for the margaritas and whatnot, but we did not partake. I don't think. I'm not sure about Jesse, but Paul does a drink, and I'm not sure about. You could listen to Paul Duck Tucker's band, and he sings about that. He but anyway, no, we didn't have no margaritas, but this was magnificent. I'm gonna tell you what, this dish right here, Mrs. D tried some of it. Oh my goodness, the sausage, the chorizo was awesome. Had a awesome flavor. That meat was just tender as can be. Chicken was awesome. Shrimp, everything. The vegetables, onions, everything was just fantastic. Now, we all, if you watch it, they came out this morning, the video, and we all gave it A's, and Jesse gave it an A, 5 stars. So there you go. We are going to go eat again with Paul and Jesse in the near future again. They were fantastic. Like I said, shout out to them and shout out to Maddie out. Now it wasn't busy in there. It was a dreary day. Um, we got served fast. Our food came out fast, and I kind of wish, and this is going to kind of lead me to the no, it wasn't breaded. It wasn't breaded. Charlie, it was not breaded at all. It looks like it, but there's some seasoning coated on there and everything else. It was very good. It was not a breaded fried chicken. It was just a grilled chicken right there, right there. It was awesome. So we're gonna go eat again. Um, it didn't take long to get the food over there, and there's something I wanted to talk about too. I didn't write it down or in my show notes and all, but sometimes whenever you're eating out with people like we were on a Sunday, especially people like Paul and Jesse. Sometimes whenever we have our little food group, we haven't done it in a while, but if we have a little food group and we all go eat together. When I met Gina Ramona in Philadelphia, sometimes I don't mind having to wait a little while for food. I'd rather wait sometimes because it's much more. If you get your food fast, it gives you less time to talk. And I like if I have if I'm eating with friends or people, stuff like that. Now, if I'm eating with my family, like my daughter and all, we're in a rush. We talk to each other over the years that we want to hurry up and eat. But whenever you're eating with friends or acquaintances and you're having a good time, sometimes you want to wait. You want that food to come out a little bit slower. But this place served out fast. I wish we could have spent more time with them, but we ate and yeah. When we went eating the Reading Market over there in Philadelphia with Gene and Ramon, that first meal we all had together, they had a whole school eating cheesesteaks. And HD, being silly like he is, he's talking to those school kids behind him and all, saying, "Hey, your cheesesteak was good. Everything was, making a fool out of myself." But we had a great time. Ooh, Gene, that food was good over there. We ate there twice at that Reading Market, the same place. Gene got my what was it? The biscuit the last morning. Gene took my biscuit because I really couldn't eat. I was like, I couldn't eat breakfast. It was good. Oh, the final biscuit. Cheated on they get that like one biscuit left in the place, and I ended up getting it. I gave it to I think Gina Ramona split it. That's how that's how kind I am. Be more kind. That's how kind I am. Gave Gina Ramona my final biscuit. Be more kind. Here you go. Here you go. I ate a piece of ham, I think. All righty. So kind. Gene, you know, you and Ramon, I would give you all my last biscuit any day. Give you my last pork chop. Don't worry about that. Give you my last cheesesteak. So, gang, that's where we ate. Now, we did go eat other places, and this is what I would like to talk about. One more thing. We went eat. We were flying back. We stopped at the Charlotte airport. Because if you fly American, you're usually going to stop probably in Dallas or Charlotte, one of those two places. You know, that's just how they fly now. So we stopped at the Charlotte airport. We've been in there many, many times in the Charlotte airport. But with this time, we had a chance to sit down and eat lunch. Really not sit down and eat lunch, you know, in a restaurant. But we did have a chance to grab something. And we had two choices. And this is what I want to talk about, too, whenever you're traveling. So we had two choices around there. It was either Chick-fil-A or this barbecue place that we never ate before. We chose, of course, the barbecue place because I wasn't going to eat at a Chick-fil-A on my vacation. And that's what I'm going to talk about in 1 second. But the name of the barbecue place was, and maybe it's maybe this is a chain. I don't know. All right, I'm not from Charlotte, so I don't know. Maybe it's a local chain. But we went to eat at the Brookwood Farms Pit Barbecue. Brookwood Farms Pit Barbecue right there in the airport. And I'm going to tell you, this place was good for airport barbecue. I don't know where they get the barbecue. They must cook it off site and bring it in because this barbecue was smoky. It was good. The guy who served us, he went overboard. He gave us a ton of food. Very, very nice guy. You could tell he enjoyed his job. And he did it for everybody. He just didn't do it for me and Mrs. D. He did it for everybody. But I know it don't look like much. But let me tell you, it was good. This was the brisket sandwich. Could have got the brisket platter, but I got the brisket sandwich. They served a ton. You could have got it with sauce or without sauce. I put it with sauce. Oh my, I ate it like an open face. This thing was messy. That was black-eyed peas that I got as one of the sides, and every plate comes with fried pickles, and that's what that is right there, is a fried pickle. Everything was fantastic. That gave me heartburn, unfortunately, but but it was good. And then Mrs. D got the pulled pork sandwich. And let me tell you something. This pulled pork sandwich was excellent. She had fries. They usually put the coleslaw on it, but Mrs. D didn't want the coleslaw on her pulled pork. And the guy said, "Do you want the coleslaw on the side instead?" She said, "Sure. I'm not going to turn away free coleslaw." And he put a big serving of coleslaw in there and in the fried pickle. I'm going to tell you, if we would have had it, we could have took this home with us, the leftovers, but it was fantastic. And it was like $35 in the airport, which $35 for that. I don't know why, but I looked at my receipt after. They gave me an employee discount. I don't know why. I don't know why they gave me an employee discount. That's probably why it was 35. Maybe they recognize HD. Oh, that's an HD guy from Louisiana. Give him an employee discount. I was like, I looked at my receipt and said, "Boy, this is reasonable." And then I looked and they gave me an employee discount. And they serve water. Not many places in the airport you can ask for a cup of water, and they gave you a cup of water over there. Shout out to them. Brookwood Farms Pit Barbecue. Shout out to you in the Charlotte Douglas Airport, whatever the name of it is. Who had airport? Something else. Walking. When you see a sign that says your terminal is 20 minutes away, you know you're in the airport there. I got the hookup. They got the. Oh, they made okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, maybe Charlotte has the same law. New Orleans don't have such a law. They'll charge you. But that makes sense now, Gene. Well, I'll still give them a shout out, even though they had to give me water, maybe by law. Still give them a shout out. They did give me that. It should be, I know. Shout out to them. Give me that employee discount. They probably said that dude looks like he would work here. Let's just give him a discount. All right. So, gang, I'm going to talk about a few other places we went eat later in Kentucky on our trip. But there's something I wanted to bring up, and maybe I'd love to hear everybody else's opinion in the chat. This is something that I feel passionate about. Now, look, I'm going to say this, and do I 100% follow this? No, I'll give you an example of some places where I did not follow this rule. But I really and truly think, and sometimes you can't help it. I understand you can't help it. But whenever you're on a trip someplace, no matter where you go, I try to at least, and I know my daughter does, and a few other people probably do, is if you're on a trip, don't eat at chains that you could eat at your house, in your local area. I just feel like if you're going to New York and you're going to eat at Chick-fil-A and Bojangles or things like that, or Chili's in Times Square, or Applebee's in Times Square, I think you're just kind of missing the point. And maybe you do eat like that, and maybe you don't love food, and you just say, I like something that's familiar. I just don't see it. I like to, when I'm on a trip, and this is if somebody would ask me for advice, not that they ever would, but I say, when you're on a trip, eat, even if it's a place that's not really a local place to them, but a place that you can't ever eat anywhere else. Because that's about trying different things, And if you don't have a Bojangles in your area and you're down south and you want to eat a Bojangles, you've heard about it, that's fine, But I'm talking about going to Lexington and going to eat at Burger King. Okay? What's the point? I mean, there's no point in doing any of that. I remember going on a trip to Jamaica, or I forgot where we went. Bahamas, somewhere. And not to call out my son-in-law and all, but I went find me a restaurant, that serve local food over there, and they went find them a Subway. Nothing's wrong with it. I mean, if they want to eat Subway, that's fine with them. But they like that familiar food, and I just don't get it. Go eat places that don't, are y'all the same way? That y'all, whenever y'all want a trip or something, go eat different places. You really need to expand your horizons if you don't. Now, saying that, I have fallen into the trap when I was like in Los Angeles. I did not know how the food was going to be at the little dinner they had the first night for us. I was kind of afraid that the dinner would be good in Los Angeles. It was hotel serving it. And there was really nothing around the hotel that we were staying at in Beverly Hills except for a Subway. So I went get me an emergency Subway just in case the dinner wasn't great in the hotel, just as an emergency, because HD thinks that way. If it would have had a different kind of place, I probably would have went get that. But all I could find at that last minute was a Subway. So I did go get me a Subway. And it got soaking wet. And if you don't know the story, I still ate it because that hotel dinner was nasty. I ate the cold cuts off that soggy Subway sandwich I got. Sorry. If you get desperate, there's nothing else around. I could definitely understand. You're stuck in a hotel and you don't want to do DoorDash. I could definitely understand that. But if you eat out about eating, Subway for more. Hey, there's Paul Duck Tucker. I don't know if you were here just now. We were talking about where we were eating there, Paul. I just call it Taco Daddy. Taco Daddy, not daddies. They don't have more than one. They should make more than one. They should put. I think there is. I think Paul Duck Tucker said there might be one on the West Bank. I never looked it up. I should have. I should have looked it up before the show. I should have looked it up when I put up the review. See, they had a different location too. Um, it was a Subway, all right. It got soaking wet. I made a mess out of it, but it was still good. It was still good. What can I say? Hmm. Um, Paul Doug Tucker. I don't know if you saw my beginning segment, but again, shout out to you and Jesse, and can't wait to do it again, my man. And and look forward to everything. And they're gonna be playing again, I think, in March, and I think. I'm gonna go watch their band too, and then me and Paul was talking about, I want to go see this one band, the Descendants, and then I looked on my phone how much the tickets were, and we were both like, no, we'll skip it this time. Tickets, $100, we'll just skip it. All right, the last thing I want to talk about. This came across my news feed right before I came on the air, and this is what I wanted to, the last topic I wanted to bring up was I saw this today, and I'm like, well, this can't be today, can it? Because somebody just posted it in one of the food groups, and I'm like, this can't be today. So this was at the Parkway, and Charlie, I know you love Parkway. There's no diss against the Parkway pull boys or anything else, because I know if Charlie is watching, I know he told me to go try out the place, and I would love to go try out the place. But this is what I saw today. So, and I'm assuming it's today. I'm trying to figure out if it was today, because some people were in short sleeves and some people were in very long sleeves, bundled up. So I'm assuming it was today. And the post said they were waiting for 2 hours in line for Parkway right there. Now, I know people told me, and I know I've heard enough, that Parkway is a great pull boy. I know this. I know I'm not dissing Parkway at all. I can't wait to go to Parkway and try it out. But I'm going to tell you, if I pull up to Parkway, there you go. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you, Timothy. Wow, I didn't know they had two. All right. Very good. I'll give my review after waiting 2 hours. All right. It better be some special boy. And again, it's nothing against the restaurant, but I don't know if they opened and everybody was home or what. But 2 hours. Now I know for whenever they do that holiday pull boy where they do, and Gene, you know the whole drill with these holiday pull boys where it's the turkey and the gravy and the dressing, whatever they call it over there at Park. They do their own version of that over there at Parkway. And I know the line gets a little long for that. But on a regular Tuesday afternoon, this was the line for 2 hours for lunch or dinner, whatever. It looks like lunch. The Gobbler, yeah, they do their own version of the Gobbler at Parkway. If this is the line for lunch for 2 hours, I ain't waiting in no line. I'm sorry, for 2 hours. I would refuse to stand in line. And I'm not saying it's not worth it, but I don't think I have the patience to wait in line for 2 hours for a pull boy. I am sorry. I now, unless I'd be standing in line with Paul Duck Tucker and Jesse, or maybe Gina Ramona, or people watching our show, we could just chat for 2 hours. Yeah, that'd be okay. But even at that point, I think we would have enough. But 2 hours. Now, they said nobody was complaining, but HD is not going to wait in line for no 2 hours. And this is a place I talked to my other friend Sean about. And every time I see these people post, there is always a line. And I don't know what it is. And that is the Crabman Plus. He's always posting pictures, and it's a food truck. They sell crab, steamed crab, whatever however he does it, boiled crabs, I'm assuming, shrimp and whatnot. And it's called Crabman Plus. And every time I see his posts or I see people posting, there's always a long line like this. And I just don't get. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's great, but it's seafood. I could go down the road and get probably the same type of seafood. And It must be. They must go viral. That's what it's got to be, Gene. That's what it's got to be. You're right. Oh, yeah, there was a place in New York I saw that guy who does hot dog reviews. And I bet they do have a lot of tickets. You are right. I saw a place in New York the same way. They had the line. They get to be there. You had to wait in line like 3 hours before they open to get their famous chicken sandwich or something. And there ain't no way I'm going in there 3 hours before they open to wait in line for a chicken. I'm sorry. I like food, but I don't like food that much. All right. That's not me. And then I saw this other picture from the crab man too, and it was like more power to the people, but it was pouring down rain and the line was like that. There is no way. There you go. There is no way I'm gonna wait in long line like this in the rain. I wouldn't wait 5 minutes in the rain. Sometimes I don't even want to walk from my car to the restaurant if it's raining. I'll tell you the truth right there. Okay. So I just don't get it. Waiting in those long lines. How long would you wait in line for? That's a good question. Would you wait in line for 2 hours for food? I'm not, but that's HD. I don't have the patience. All those cool kids, they want to be hip and go try this food. I'm not saying the food isn't great. I'm not a half hour. You're more generous than me there, Steve. If I'm waiting in line, half hour at my table, I'll wait. But waiting in line, I don't have that much patience anymore to wait in line. That's why I don't want to go to Disney World or Universal Studios and whatnot. I would go wait in line 2 hours for a ride, and I'm surely not going to wait 2 hours to have a po' boy. I'm sorry. I'll let other people wait in line for me, and I'll go do something else and come back, and I'll have my po' boy all ready for me. I don't think I know too many people that's going to wait in line for me for 2 hours to get a po' boy. I don't remember the last time I even wait in line for food. Maybe at the amusement parks are the worst. Whenever you have to wait in line for food at the amusement parks, that's probably like the worst I ever have to wait in line, and you don't have much choice in those places. Hey, Krista, man, Krista, you just called us at the tail end, but Krista, we will be back Sunday on after show chat, so don't worry. We have a lot going on. So, gang, that's where we ate this week, where I ate and Mrs. D ate, and all the places we hit it good this week. We hit it great in Lexington. We had all good meals in Lexington. I'm going to post up Mr. Jim Sawyer's review of his Sawyer's hamburger place. I'm just waiting for Jim to get me a few pictures I asked him to get for me, and he said he would. I know they've been busy. They've been dealing with the snow up there like a lot of people have. So, and I'm going to talk about a place I ate, a Chicago style place I ate in Lexington. Probably I'll put that up next week, and I'll well, Steve. Oh, well, I'm glad. I don't know. I just find that there's so many places to get a good po' boy that I just don't see waiting in line for 2 hours for a po' boy. I just don't. I don't. But more power to you. I'm sure it's great. But Charlie, I know you. If Charlie Welch is still watching, I know he recommended the place to me. I know a lot of people recommended Parkway to me, but I'll have to catch him on an off time that I'm not waiting in 2 hours, because if Mrs. D won't wait in 2 hours for no food, unless there's a store she could maybe go shop at next door and then meet me when I get the food. That's the truth. All right, gang. So that's what we got. There you go, Gene. That's what we got this week. That's where we ate. All good food, and you could tell. I could tell it's good food. Mrs. D made a mean chili last night, and it was fantastic. Ooh la la, it was good. Then I put onions on top of that. All right. Next week for food. I'll be back for next week for Food Chat with HD. Sunday night, we're going to be back with After Show Chat. I don't want to say I gave Gene assignments, because I know Gene has been itching to do some editing. And we're working on not one, not two, but 3 different projects for after show chat. And I don't know. Well, I think one's gonna be ready Sunday. That was one I said, look, let's do this one, but I like this one ready for Sunday. The other ones are they're getting worked on. All right. I'm jamming. All right, gang. And so you want to join Sunday night? We're gonna have fun on after show chat. And other than that, shout out to Gene for helping me produce. Always doing a great. Gene has been knocking it out the park. Always did, but even knocking it out the park more lately. And Paul, there you go. There you go. Show that again there, G. There you go. Oh, ain't that special. And shout out to Paul, Doc Tucker, and Jesse Anderson, his wife, Jesse. Very nice. Can't wait to go eat with y'all, gang. Again, thanks for everybody in the chat who joined in. I appreciate it. And Gene, we're going to take it home. But remember, people, let's be more kind, people. Let's just be more kind to each other. It goes a long way. Adios. See you Sunday.